Hey guys, for today's video I'm going to show you everything that I loved for the month of June. So if you guys are interested, just keep watching. So if you guys saw my recent Get Ready With Me, you would have seen me use this first favorite, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I get a little, like a dime size amount of this, put it in my hands, and then I apply it first to the high points of my face, and then I go into the rest of my face, like my T-zone and the areas that get oilier quicker. And I just feel like this is the perfect startup to the whole glass skin kind of makeup look that I've been gravitating towards. So if you guys are looking for a good moisturizer that doesn't break you out or like clog your pores and stuff, granted, I have been focusing the majority of my moisturizer in the higher points of my face, so I don't go in with like a heavy amount in my T-zone. So I think that has prevented my pores from getting clogged, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, I've really been enjoying this little moisturizer. Going along with my whole like makeup routine, I've also been loving this concealer, and I've actually had this concealer for a while. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. It's a little bit too like sticky and dewy for my under eyes, but I like to use this as my entire base. So I only focus this on the areas that I need it, but it does such a good job at blending into your skin that you can't really tell that you sort of like spot concealed things, and it gives you a very dewy, fresh looking face. Another thing that I love ever since I started using this method as like my base is that I don't get like smile lines as prominent as I did before, because I'm not going in with an entire layer. I'm only focusing product where I need to focus products. I dabbled into cream products, and I recently discovered this one. These are the nude sticks, but I think this is from their new collection. It's in Sweet Peach Peony. I also use this in my recent Get Ready With Me, so if you guys want to see these things in action, I'll link that video. This is seriously like the perfect shade of like a peachy mauvey nude color, and it kind of also gives you a very pretty sheen to your cheeks, just adding to that glow. You don't really need to use a bronzer. If you use this, you can literally apply this everywhere, and it gives you a very flushed look. So definitely recommend these little nude sticks if you guys are on the market for a cream blush. And finally, the last like cream product that I have is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Glow Bronzer, and this is in Faux Tan. I used to use Faux Tan back in the day when it used to come as a loose powder. I don't know if it still does. This is pretty much the same thing but in liquid form. So I just get this, I do like half of a pump in the back of my hand. I go in with one of my Real Techniques synthetic like fluffier brushes, and I just apply it to my temples and my cheeks and go ahead and buff it in, and it gives the prettiest, very natural looking sun-kissed skin ever. I have it on today. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, but it just looks so good on the skin. It doesn't look like you have like blotchiness, and it's very easy to apply, very easy to blend out. It doesn't dry that quickly on me, but once it does set and like dry, it's there for good. Next, I have a powder, and I know that I mentioned another powder. I don't know if it was in my last favorites or the one before, but I wanted to mention this powder as well because they work differently. So the last powder that I talked about was from Thrive Cosmetics. The difference between that one and this one is that this one doesn't look as matte. So it depends what you're going for. I feel like if I'm going for a heavier look, or if I want my makeup to last a long time, or you know, if I'm going to be photographed specifically like for nighttime, I really love the Thrive Cosmetics one because that thing just stays put. It basically like blurs out any little imperfections that you may have. It photographs beautifully, and it does a very good job at controlling oil. This one is pretty much the same exact thing, but it's not as matte looking as the Thrive Cosmetics one. So I mostly concentrate my powders underneath my eyes, and I find that if I'm working with a lot of liquids, my face can look very dewy. So if I'm going in with something that's very matte in my T-zone, you can kind of see the difference a little more than if you go in with something like this that is not as matte. So I don't even know if I mentioned the name. This is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. And the last beauty product that I'm going to talk about today is this little guy right here. And this is the High Shine Liqueur Lipstick. I don't know if it's like considered a lip gloss, lipstick, I don't know. But it is in the shade Pony, and it's from the Glossier Play collection. I really, really love products like this. They plump your lips. They're moisturizing. You don't have to think about it. You just throw it on. It fades beautifully. It's what I'm wearing today. I wore it in my get ready with me as well. This is the most beautiful, like mauve-y, nude, rosy color ever. I need to buy like 3 more of these because I know that I'm gonna go through them so quickly. Another thing that I like is that you can wear it during the day and it's fine, but you can also transition this to like a night lip as well, and it also works very well for nighttime. So it is just so versatile. Next, I have some hair clips. They're kind of like bobby pin type of things, whatever you want to call it, that I got from Ulta, and they're by the brand Riviera. And these are like little tortoise shell ones. They just slide right into your hair. And then these are sort of like bobby pin ones. It just looks like you have 2 dainty little lines in your hair. If you guys know me by now, you know that lately I'm only washing my hair like once or twice a week. Ever since I started doing like my hair naturally, I am just not doing a lot to my hair. So things like this and slicking my hair back is like my go-to lately. I can just part my hair, throw one of these like on the side, just leave my hair down, and it kind of like disguises things a little bit. It adorns them in a way. And I don't know, I've really been loving these. They also work very well if your hair is slicked back like this, which especially on these hot days, like you're crazy if you think I'm gonna leave my hair down, and you're crazy if you think that I'm gonna wash my hair to just walk outside the next day and have it like go to crap. So moving into my fashion pieces, I don't have that many. This is just a silk shirt that I got from 07 Days. They were kind enough to send me this, and ever since I got it, I've been wearing it so much. It's a long sleeve, but it is so lightweight and airy that it's perfect for the summertime. I can tie it up, I can leave it loose with a couple of buttons open, I can throw it over things. Like, it is so versatile. It's like a beautiful beige, like champagne color, and I believe the design is either a navy blue or a black. It looks black. Very minimal, but still like unique in a way because of the design, and I just love all of their pieces. They're such good quality, and they are a sustainable brand. This next piece is sort of a newer piece, but I wanted to talk about it because it is seriously my favorite trouser that I own. They're just these pleated trousers, but what I like about them is that they're very high-waisted, and they have this attached fabric to it that you can tie around yourself, and it gives like the most unique yet beautiful touch to your outfits. I mentioned this in my recent styling video, how I don't get bored of wearing neutrals, and one of my favorite things to do is add texture to my outfits, and this is like the perfect way to add texture to your outfit, and it's just so flattering. I am very picky when it comes to pants like this. I've actually owned some black ones like this, but they didn't have a belt. The fact that it has a belt and you can cinch yourself even further as opposed to it being just an elastic waistband is so flattering. And you can wear this with like the simplest top, a bodysuit, literally anything on top, and you're going to look like you tried so much harder than you actually did. My last style or like fashion item are these sandals right here. They're by Everlane. They're the strappy sandal. I've talked about them a lot on my channel. I've styled them a bunch of times already, and I absolutely love them. They're true to size. It's such a dainty, beautiful, simple design. I do not see this going out of style. I really, really love Everlane shoes, especially their sandals. I've had some other leather sandals from them for over like 3 years, and their designs are so minimal and simple that they're meant to stand the test of time. They're meant to last like many years and not go out of style. They're so comfortable. I don't have like very wide feet, but I have bunions. So my feet are very like narrow in the back, and then they kind of like stretch at the bunion part, and then they like taper. They're weird, I know, but I find that information very useful for people because yes, I can like a shoe, but if it's like a very narrow shoe, it won't work for people who have wide feet. Or if, you know, if I had wide feet, it wouldn't work for people who have narrow feet. So you guys always know about my bunions. One of my favorite things to do after I set my makeup was to use a blow dryer to blow dry my face. But after setting my makeup, having my eyes kind of closed, not being able to move my face, I would have to walk to the bathroom. I know this is like super first world problems, but I would walk to the bathroom to like have to blow dry my face instead of having that comfort, or that luxury, should I say, at my vanity or where I put my makeup on. So having something like this like on my vanity ready to go is perfect for setting my makeup and not having to walk to the bathroom, because those 10 steps are a burden for my daily life, you know? So this is so stupid. If you guys are in the market for a little fan because it's hot outside or whatever you need it for, really recommend this one. I got it on Amazon. Again, I will link everything that I'm talking about down below. But this thing blows a lot of air, okay? It's like impressive how much air this can blow on your face. I got a coffee table after like 3 years of living here, not having one. I used to use my ottoman as my coffee table, and I finally got one, and it is vintage, and I love it more than words could say. It is like a cube of travertine, but it kind of looks like marble, and it just has a very minimal glass on top of it. It is perfect for my space. I have a very small space, so obviously it's not going to be like a monstrous coffee table. I got it on First Dibs. I really love integrating very sleek, like mid-century designs with a lot of stone and things that you would find outdoors. So I think that the mix works perfectly, and I really love it. I'm the type of person that needs to have some kind of dessert every single day. I don't care. I don't want to live in a world where I can't have chocolate every day if I wanted to, or a cookie or whatever, you know. Everything in moderation is fine. So I try to look for healthier options. Recently found these. These are the Yasso, I don't know, fudge brownie frozen Greek yogurt bars. So they're made out of Greek yogurt. You can't really tell that they're made out of Greek yogurt. They're 100 calories. They have 5 grams of protein, which isn't horrible for a bar. And they're 19 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fat. You know, it's really not that bad. I will say that when you take your first like lick or whatever, it tastes a lot. I don't know if you guys ever had those fudge bars that they would have in school. They're like very cheap fudge bars. I had them in like middle school. They weren't very good in your first like 1 or 2 or 3 licks, but then after they thawed down and melted a little bit, they were so good. Well, that's exactly what this reminds me of, but these have chunks of fudge brownies in them, so it's like even better. Obviously, if you guys are not into like eating clean or these like healthier alternatives, then go and get yourself an actual fudge milk chocolate bar or whatever you want. It's not gonna be the best tasting thing if you're used to like regular ice cream that isn't meant to be somewhat healthy, you know? So just keep that in mind if you're gonna go and get these. But I do think it is a very good option. For the show that I absolutely love this month, it was Peaky Blinders, and I think it was in my Get Ready With Me where I talked about shows, and a lot of you guys recommended that one because I mentioned that I love like period dramas and stuff like that. Seriously, one of the best shows that I've seen in a very long time. Loved everything about it, from the wardrobe to like the actors to the plots. If you guys haven't seen Peaky Blinders on Netflix, go ahead and watch it. It is one of those shows that you do have to kind of watch like the first 3 episodes in order to get very into it, because I was guilty. Like a long time ago, I saw the first episode and I was like, whatever, and I didn't really watch it. But then after so many people recommended it, I gave it a fair chance, and I really got hooked. And finally, my last favorite is actually a person, and she is Katie Jane Hughes on Instagram. She is a makeup artist. I mentioned her in my Get Ready With Me, and I mention her every time that I talk about all of these like little cream products and glass skin looks that I have been very into lately. She is so good at what she does. If you guys need like beauty inspiration or just like tips for pretty much any kind of skin type, go and follow her. She's so good. Every look that she does is something that I genuinely want to try on my own face. Like, she has such good taste. Very up my alley in terms of makeup. That minimal, very natural, sort of like editorial or model off-duty kind of makeup. I am obsessed with everything. And everything that I've tried from her, I've loved. Like, she does not recommend something unless it's very good. She's not just one of those people that endorses something just to endorse it. She uses a lot of the same products a lot of the time, which I love it when people do that. I've tried a couple of other things because of her that I'll probably mention in my next month's favorites. So those are all of my favorites for the month of June. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.